People will let you down, but one thing I will tell you, God will never ever let you down. Hi family, thank you again for clicking and welcome to Be Empowered. If it is your first time on this channel, thank you for clicking and welcome to Be Empowered. To my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing, and to my old subscribers, thank you for clicking and coming back to watch my video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Today's video, we're going to look at the life of Hannah. Hannah's life was going to a different direction compared to the life of Peninnah. That is so helpful. In 1 Samuel chapter 1. Sometimes in our life, our life is going to a different direction. We look at our friends that everything is going on well. And we look at our life, it's like, God, what is wrong with me? That my life is always the opposite direction compared to the people around me, my friends. I want to encourage you today that it is okay to be unique. It is okay to be yourself. We all have different destiny. Our callings are different. So it is okay for your life to be going to the opposite direction as long as you're walking according to God's will. It is okay for you to see your life going to a different direction. Hannah's life was going to a different direction. God closed her womb, not because she could not have a child, but because God wanted a relationship with Hannah. God was looking for Hannah's attention because the blessing that God has in store for her was so great that God needed to prepare her in that season. If God was going to give her the blessing, if she was going to have a child at that time, she would not know the seed she was carrying, the importance, how crucial the calling Samuel had on his head. So God needed to take her through a process. I call it a growth pain. It was a painful moment, but it was a growth pain because she needed to know who she is. She needed to seek God for herself. She needed to have a relationship with God. If your life is going to a different direction, do not think that something is wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you as long as you're walking according to God's will. The greater the calling, the higher the challenges. If she didn't know God, imagine what would have become of Samuel. Imagine. But because she knew her calling, when Samuel was born, she knew the time she needed to take Samuel to be trained for his calling, for his purpose. It was so crucial for her to know who God was. It was so crucial for her to build her relationship with God. Sometimes we find ourselves in a situation where we do not want to be. It's not because God doesn't like us or God put us in that situation. That situation is for something greater. That the assignment that we have is so high that God needs to process us. So when we get there, we will not fall. When we get there, we will not fail. When we get there, we are strong, we are rooted, and we are grounded to focus on our calling. That was the story of Hannah. One thing that I love about Hannah, she was fixing her eyes. She was not focusing on what Peninnah was saying about her. She didn't even utter a word to her. She was more focused praying to God constantly. Even though at the beginning, her motive was more about, let me show Peninnah that I can also conceive, I can also have a child. God bless me with a child. But as she moved along, as she was getting matured, she started praying and said, God, let your will be done. In John 14:14, it says, when we pray according to his will, whatever we pray for, we will receive. When Hannah was in the place, when she started praying according to God's will, when she was praying in the spirit and not in the flesh, situation changed for her. There was a shift, there was a transformation. And she did not sit down and say, okay, something have happened in the spirit. What she did, action. Faith without action is dead. She took action, James 2:26. She took action. She didn't go and sit down. She knew that there was a shift in the spiritual realm and it needed to be manifest in the physical. So she took action. She took action. Sometimes we pray and we just say, yeah, God has done it. But we need to pray for God to give us the strategy on what action that we need to take for it to come to pass in the physical. Hannah was focused on her relationship, to build her relationship with God, even though she was going through pain, growth pain, but she was focused to build her relationship with God. What is the thing that you're focusing on? Are you focusing on what people are saying? Are you focusing on being scared, afraid, and withdrawing yourself from your calling, from the things that God has called you to do because you're scared of people's opinion? I want to encourage you today. It is significant to focus your eyes on the things of God, the thing that God has called you to do. Do not lose focus. Focus on it, and you will see God come through for you. I hope you were encouraged today. Relationship with God is a decision that you make, a personal decision that you make. People will let you down, but one thing I will tell you, God will never ever let you down. God will never ever leave you. Do not listen to the opinion of people and be shying away from the things of God. If you know you are called to do something, take a bold step and God will do the rest. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you next time. For now, do it God's way and take care, and God bless.